to allerton.com for the block party. I'm your host, Chad, and today I'm joined by Tristan, Amy, and Jason, and we got a ton of crazy stuff to talk about. As you heard live on the Av this week, I got a chance to check out Uncharted. I want to open with this.
I was like, you are starting hot, dude.
Because it's one of the it's one of the biggest games and biggest releases on the PlayStation 4 and the biggest releases of the year, and we talked about it live on the Avs, 2.7 million units and all sorts of crazy stuff for it, dude. So I got a chance to play it this past weekend, and Amy was enforcing that I should check it out and play it, because she loved it so much, and she's been killing it, dude. I actually like watching her play it, and so I tried it. I had to check it out, dude, and I booted it up. I put it in the old system, and it started off. It starts off good. And then, you play a little bit. I played fucking 3.5 hours of this thing. I think I actually held the controller to do something for like 35 minutes. And I don't think I was in the mood. So there's like 3 scenes. Like you sit through, you run across the top of a rooftop, then you fall into the water. You break out of a jail. Took like 5 minutes. You scuba dive and move some boxes. Then it's just like wasn't like super crazy engaging stuff, dude. Then you play some Crash, and then you walk around an attic. Like it wasn't anything like in my 3.5 hours, dude. I wasn't really blown away yet. Oh, dude, don't get me wrong. Cinematics and story, amazing. I was not in the mood to watch a movie, and I think that's probably what took me out of it, because I felt like I wasn't really getting crazy with the game.
Yeah, so like you didn't want to watch it. That was the problem. You wanted to play it.
And I powered through the last.
You can skip the cutscenes.
I need to see what's happening, don't I? I need to know who's cuddling on the couch.
Not if you don't want to.
You don't need to know.
Well, if you really wanted the action, you should skip the cutscene, probably.
There you go, skip the cutscenes.
You
can re-watch them after you're done with the game.
And I just wanted to say that I played the first 3 Uncharted pretty quickly, and this is probably the slowest starting Uncharted of the 3 by far, dude. Because the first one opened up with the third one opened up with that crazy bar scene where you're like beating the shit out of each other, all these dudes, and then you run through the alley and it gets like crazy. And you get the first one where you're on the island and stuff right away. And then here it's just like little pitter patters of dude playing the kid to start out with right away. And then
I'm with you. I thought I was like, oh man, dude, I don't want to play as a kid, but that plays out pretty well. I thought that scene is pretty solid.
It's interesting to see, and you're sneaking around nuns and stuff like that, and it's kind of funny. She smokes and sticks her head out the window, and you get a few laughs. But man, it's been a rough start for me, dude. And I don't know if I'm gonna go back to clear it out anytime soon.
Man, but the first 3 hours, what you're saying, like really set the tone for the entire game. Like I feel like it sets the those are really good scenes.
They pulled the old Sully trick where they I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but remember what happened to Sullivan? I mean, they went back to the old tool shed on that gimmick, dude. Like, it's just...
But you're saying, like, you didn't enjoy the scuba scene, you didn't like the prison break scene? Like, those are really good, like, some of the best Uncharted scenes, I think.
Yeah. And the transition from falling into the water into that next area, amazing. The boat ride to open the game, awful.
Well, that's one of those things, too, where they do a scene where it's not going to make sense until later in the game, which I'm assuming is going to later make sense. I'm sure Amy's already make sense for Amy. But they usually do that in Uncharted games.
Yeah.
That opening boat ride, like crashing into the boats, like that was kind of janky.
Oh, I thought that played pretty well, and it was like it was very big and epic.
I couldn't do what I wanted.
So your whole beef with this is that you weren't in the mood for an Uncharted game.
I was in a mood to play an Uncharted game, and I didn't feel like I got that in the first 3 hours.
You should have jumped into the multiplayer.
Oh my god, not after... No. No. God.
That's all the Uncharted gameplay you can...
swears that if I push forward, that I'm getting close to where it picks up and gets a little crazy.
You wanted to do like all the cool stuff that you saw in the Random 30, which Amy was really far at that point. I think the Random 30, she was like near the end of the game.
Maybe that's what happened.
And you you saw her swinging on vines and like jumping on all these platforms, and you assumed that's the way it was, but there's a good progression to get to that point.
It peaks nicely. It's a good build up.
Yeah, so you kind of Amy kind of ruined Uncharted for you is what I'm getting.
Well, dude, now she's blowing through it on crushing mode, dude. How far are you on crushing mode now?
In chapter 11.
She took the disc away from me so she could keep playing on crushing mode. I didn't even get a chance
to... You weren't playing it. You were just like dicking around and doing something else and whining about how you didn't want to play a movie. So I was like, fine.
Oh my god, you were really pissed.
You reminded me of like a Dragon Slayer.
Dude, you were so fired up on Live on the Av. I thought you were coming in here with some kind of really cool angle on why you didn't like this game. It was just basically you're just not in the mood.
Well, it's not really a game for the first 3 hours. It's just like you barely guide your guy around and you watch a story. unfold. Like,
Uncharted is like a lot of narrative though. It's a good mix.
The first 3, I felt like I'd say 75-25.
Man, I almost want to replay the beginning again to see if you're exaggerating, but you're probably right.
Like for me, it wasn't like, oh, this is nothing like an
burn.
Uncharted game. It feels like an Uncharted game because it has a lot of story and
It is a slow beginning.
Yeah,
It's a slow burn at first, dude. I'll time it out, dude. I'll go back and play the other.
Don't
3.
don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't.
Just keep playing the new one, then you'll get to the exciting stuff. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just keep playing through it. It's easily one of the best games of the year, dude. Like the ending, everything just pays off in this game so well. Like it's so great. You gotta do it.
All right, I'll push through it, dude. I'll push through it. But dude, Overwatch came out, so it's kind of hard for me to go back to Uncharted right now when I'm trying to rack up some crazy ass kills, dude, in Overwatch, and I'm still wondering why Tristan didn't pick it up, dude. But
yeah, I am too.
It doesn't look appealing to me for some reason. I don't like the look of it with these really cartoony characters. I don't know, something about it.
It's the gameplay, man, that sells it. It's like fun, dude. Go pick it up for the Red Box for the weekend, dude. $3.
Yeah,
Check
I mean,
it out.
I'm sure the idea of gameplay is the more interesting thing for me than what it looks like.
Yeah, and like this one, dude, it's like, so if I take a character and I keep owning you, there's a character that will counter it that you can take that will just destroy me. And that's what's cool about the game, is that it doesn't feel yet that there's one significant character that can just totally dominate everybody. It's always like there's somebody who's got something that can get around you or put you in your place. Unless you're running 3 Willows on one truck, dude, and then you got 3 Willows on the truck and you're running.
I mean, I was watching Jason last night where he was on like a 15 kill streak, so I was like, oh, I guess
you guys
Jason
like that. You like that?
It's not fun to play against.
No, dude, now when he throws up his little turret, dude.
That's what's cool about it, right? Like, I don't think I'm a good player at all, but
Your turret's a great player, though.
Yeah, the turret is like the aim assist on that thing is just spot on. But like, you feel really good. Like no matter, like, even if you're playing like a shitty character, you'll have these moments where you're like, aha, I did something good. Even when you're playing like a healer, which is very, very different than most games like this, I guess. Even Team Fortress 2 was not as balanced as this, I think, when it came out.
I never got into that, but yeah, I see the relation with the healers, the medic, and
the different classes or whatever. But this is like on such a bigger scale. Like, all these characters play so well together. It's so cool. Like, I don't know. I just can't stop playing this game and thinking about playing this game.
Yeah, dude, we had the stream going last night, and we'll be doing it every Tuesday for the next month and a half or so.
Is this a game that is fun to play with other strangers? Or is it only fun because you're playing with Chad and Amy?
No, I played it a lot on the beta by myself, and I had a blast. It's just because you'll do something, and then you'll see somebody switch on your team because they have the same idea as you, and it helps you out, and it's just so cool because you can switch your character instantly. You just hold down X button, or if you're on the Xbox, and you can change out to a different character and make those moments like happen. And there's not a lot of like in a lot of shooters, you get the guy who runs off by himself to do his own thing. In this one, it's kind of such close quarters and objective based that you'll get it, but you don't get it as often. So you always feel like you're playing with someone who's trying to be a teammate, whether they suck or they don't. I mean, that's totally different.
I don't know, dude. I've been in some games solo where it's like three shitty bastions. Like, I'm assuming as people grow, like play more, you're gonna get that experience that you're talking about.
Yeah, I felt like we had it a lot last night.
Yeah,
dude.
it's almost every time it's that experience. But yeah, I mean that's not to say that people won't be assholes or be just bad players, but they'll grow. I mean, they'll get better or they'll quit.
Yeah, I didn't feel like there was enough people changing classes a lot, like to like adjust.
Oh, dude, no, I barely did, dude. I was like, I'm sticking to my character, man. I'm gonna bash it.
I changed classes a lot.
I switched. Fun. I did it at the end, and then we were starting to lose matches once I started switching a lot. So I just went back to my roots.
Yeah, like I would start playing as the little Willow guy, and I would do okay. I'd be doing really well, but I would know you see the team's losing, right? Like, and the team's sucking, and I'm getting all these kills, but it's not helping us any. So I'm like, oh shit, I need to change my character because we're not doing something right here. And I think we did it a couple times where we changed it up to like a Reinhardt Bastion combo or something at the right moment, and it felt good. You know what? Actually, no, you can go.
I was gonna say, remember when I whipped out my Willow right at the end before we lost? It was like 0.3 away from the goal. I pulled out my Willow and I was like, turret gun and go.
Yes.
And then we totally made a comeback.
Yes, it was like 1.2 away from like being the end, like 1.2 meters away. You switch. I think I switched to a sniper like at some point, and I don't ever play the sniper, but they kept coming around the corner, and I was like, I bet I can start picking them off. So like I turn to the sniper, I jump up into a weird spot, and I just start like raining death. Amy's got her turret on the thing, and all of a sudden we win that game somehow.
I do remember that turret coming out and just being so confused, like, dude, how the hell did we? What is happening right now? And then you look over and there it is, just like up there.
And it was a great visual too. It was like Amy's behind this car, just like trying to push and push and push, and like I don't know if she's really pushing, but it was really great.
Yeah, I was pushing. The meter was going back.
Yeah.
And you get points for pushing it towards goal. I'm not sure if you get points for pushing it away.
Yeah, but Tristan, dude, I can see you having a good time with it.
Is there
at
a
least
campaign at all in it?
No, it's
campaign?
it's yeah, dude, it's like Titanfall in that aspect where it's just like pretty much just stages and characters. You get loot boxes every level up to 99, and then it flips over and it goes back to level 1. So then you get more loot boxes and keep progressing like that. And loot boxes have skins, and like the skins are actually cool where it like makes your whole character look a little different. So
some of them.
Some of them, like you can have like a man, like you can have the Reaper who looks like a Grim Reaper, and then you can have like the man version who's got like a stocking cap and a beard. And so like you feel like it's a different character you're playing with, but it's not. Yeah, and it's just like I don't know, it's just crazy, hard to explain because I shat all over it a long time ago. Like, oh, it's Blizzard, why are they jumping into this? I remember at E3 when they announced it, and that came out.
It looked so bad though.
I was just like, oh, this looks so goofy. And then I watched gameplay, and I'm like, people are playing this, and I'm like, oh, that looks awful. Well, how are these guys having fun?
Watch.
Yeah, I don't know how people can watch the game. It's not
boring.
fun to watch, dude. But man, once you get in there and you feel like you're making an impact, dude, it blows the roof off the fucking.
Yeah.
Blows the roof off the place.
It's definitely our new Splatoon for sure. Like another game we just didn't like and now we love.
Dude, I think I was saying that to you earlier this week, dude. It is totally the Splatoon, man.
What it's kind of sounded like for how you guys have been talking about it, from being on the outside and listening to how you guys talk about one game and then another game, it's like, are they talking about Splatoon or Overwatch?
It's so funny.
I can't believe that. I can't believe it either because it's like, yeah, it is the Splatoon moment, and then once it gets in my hands, dude, boom, I'm in.
If you end up playing it, there's like 20 different characters to play, and you get to learn all of the characters, and then you get to learn ways to counteract those characters that you learned and stuff. But if you get to play it, you're really only probably going to be playing like 2 to 3 characters consistently that become like yours, that you know like backwards and forwards. But it's still cool that you have the option to, like, as Jason was saying with like the sniper, he's like never the sniper, but he just saw the opportunity to take it. And I don't know, it's fun. I wonder if we could like let you borrow it or something. Like
If it's at Redbox, I'll give it a try maybe.
Yeah, you should rent it just to experience it. Like, you know, if you're not certain, maybe don't buy it, but at least try it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a game. If you don't have your hands on it, I could see from the outside looking in that it's just like, what is this going? Like, what is this thing?
Yeah, totally.
I've watched the trailers and whatnot, so like I get what it is, and I get the characters and what their different powers are and whatnot. So I understand it. Just the look of it has kind of not really brought me in yet.
Is it because it's too cartoony?
Yeah,
like it looks like it's a kid's game.
Somewhat.
Is that Skylanders?
Not that it's a kid's game, but it just looks really cartoony, and it reminds me a lot of Splatoon with how cartoony that game was.
Yeah, that was another amazing game. I think you need to play these games that have these like cartoons, Tristan. You got to do it. Like,
I generally like cartoons, but
I was just gonna say, dude, you are actually speaking of cartoons. Has anyone had a chance to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yet the new Mutants in Manhattan.
No,
Unfortunately,
I played a little bit of it just before we went on to just play it, but I just really wanted to play Overwatch. That was kind of my thing.
Kind of all that we can think about.
Can we just like stop the podcast now and go play Overwatch?
No, we are not, dude. We got news to deliver. We got things to talk about.
Wait a second, though. We played a lot of different characters last night. I'll talk about Turtles after this. Like, who was your guys' favorite character to play as? Because I felt like Amy, I know, was playing a different character almost every game. And
I kind of was, and weirdly, was enjoying 3 different characters probably equally. Diva, the girl in the giant robot suit that can, like, her special can run in there and nuke you with the robot suit, and then she can call down another robot suit. Diva, I like her. And Symmetra, the one who has the portal and, like, the turrets. I was actually starting to get the hang of her. I enjoyed her a little bit. And I was kind of digging at the end. I started playing with Farah, the flying. She can fly, and then
She's
she
cool.
unleashes all the missiles. Once you get a hang of like the ability of flying and maneuvering in the sky, you can really dodge a shit ton of bullets and lay down some waste on people. But
Most
you
people
gotta
don't
like,
look up in that game.
yeah, because there's only like 2 characters that can fly. So it's
Yeah.
just like you're not really paying attention. All of a sudden, next thing you know, dude, you're getting shot from above, and you're like, wait,
She's a
what?
little weak. Like if you get hit and you're her, you go down pretty fast to kind of counteract the flying thing. But like
Yeah.
she's real good until people learn to look up.
Well, dude, and she's got the knockback too, so she can drop that missile. And I knocked a couple of dudes off the map and got like points just for blowing them off the side of the map, which is cool. So those are the 3 dudes I was having some fun with. Because otherwise, I go with Bastion and Willow,
Willow.
Toborn.
Willow is really
Amy,
good.
What about you? What would you say? Did you like?
Last night I really enjoyed playing Genji with the
Fuck
shuriken
Genji,
and like
dude, when I'm Bastion. Oh.
what?
I said fuck Genji when I'm Bastion, and he throws those knives up or the swords up and just shoots all the bullets back at me and kills me instantly.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
actually really cool. I hadn't played him before, and then I got to use Zephyr, the floaty guy with the chi, and he's got like the orbs. I had used him previously, but not a ton. And the more I was playing him, the more I really, really liked him actually, with his like healing and then like his damage increase thing, where if you put the curse on people, like anyone that's targeted with the purple, like they're like dead essentially if you can hit them because the damage gets increased a lot. And I don't know, it was just cool. I played the soldier guy. I don't know why everybody plays him.
Soldier
He's just-
76 or whatever.
He's so generic.
Yeah.
So I was
He's your Call
actually
of Duty dude.
yeah, I saw that, but I guess he's the fastest character, right? So I don't know why people play him at any time other than the very end of a game when the time is running out. Then it makes like sense to play him and like kind of run to a,
because he's got that speed boost and stuff.
and it doesn't. You can just kind of like run to an objective with like
He
5
also
seconds
has
left.
heal.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe that would be good, but otherwise I have no idea.
I don't like, what is her name, Tracker or Tracer? I just can't get a hang of
Oh
her.
my god, I love that character. Like
I'm
that's the
gonna have to
character
do
I
some
got
AI
into.
battles because I just like I get so confused with her like teleporting shit. I'm like I know when I'm activating it, but I'm like, wait, what? Okay, I lose track of people doing it.
See, Tristan? See all these different abilities and different things you can do? It's a whole wacky world. You can even have a little robot.
Wacky world.
Long term though, are there like challenge? Is there a challenge system at all, or like what would make you want to play this game long term?
Yeah. That's,
Well,
that's,
they're going to be introducing the seasons, right? So like that's something that's
Kinda
going to
like-
be coming up. Yeah, where you're going to kind of like battle to have like the highest score to like get into different tiers and stuff. It hasn't really been outlined, I think, 100% yet, but
Isn't
they
there
had it
daily
in
goals
beta,
too?
and it didn't work right. What's that, Amy? Sorry.
Isn't there daily goals too?
There's that daily challenge stage that we didn't do, like the brawl. The daily brawl that'll get you more XP and kind of better unlock. I think better chance at unlocking loot boxes and stuff. But yeah, like Jason said, the league thing is going to be probably the gimmick that keeps you going. Otherwise, the lure of the loot and unlocking skins and tags and sound effects and like all like the poses and stuff like that. That's at the tail end of it. There's going to be new characters. All the characters and stuff are going to be free to my knowledge. They're just going to be like you just keep earning credits in game and then you can buy the new characters and buy the outfits and stuff like that too. So like there's already hints at a character named Sombra that could be coming out shortly too. So maybe around E3 time to continue the hype of this game, since it just came out. And Sombra's like some assassin character that's been teased in some posters and some files around like the maps and the stages and stuff like that. So they'll keep introducing things like that. But yeah, when you think about it, and we talk about games like Battlefront and stuff like that don't have these campaigns, and we're kind of like on the fence with it, there's just something about this game that grabs me a lot more than Battlefront and like some of the other online only games.
It's
have
just
done.
fun.
I think that's the best way to say it. This game is just so much fun to
just
play.
Stupid fun.
It's so fun. Even just like bouncing around as Winston the monkey and just like throwing that dome down and trying to figure out how that character works.
That was
is
really
just
helpful.
really interesting. Like shit. And I think Chad and I talked about this, but the best part about it is how quickly the matches go. I think that the matches literally are done in like, what do we say, 6-7 minutes? You're in and you're out of a match. Like that's like such a sweet thing.
Or that one we did in 2 minutes where we just rode the car all the way to the end.
That was pretty great.
Dudes.
Yeah, that was pretty great. Just like riding across. But it's just fun. Like even if you're having a terrible match and you lose and you're frustrated, you could play that match, that same map again, like 30 minutes later potentially, with a whole different set of characters that you're playing against. And it's a totally different experience because they're setting it up in a totally different way, and it's just really cool. Whereas I feel like in a game like Titanfall and stuff like that, sometimes it falls into the trap of everyone's doing the same thing every single time. And it's just like, I know exactly where you're going, Tristan. I know what you're doing with your Titan. You go down the middle. Same thing as always.
Oh, dude, we got some Titanfall 2 news we'll talk about a little bit later, so if you guys are listening, dude, we're huge Titanfall fans, and we got some stuff for you guys to talk about with that as well, so I don't want to let that out of the bag.
Too much Overwatch. But we're going to play Overwatch on Tuesdays, right? Every Tuesday? That's going to be our
every
thing
Tuesday,
for a while.
7 o'clock Central Time, twitch.tv/Allerton Ave, dude. You check us out. We're going to get Tristan in there eventually. I know people have been clamoring, dude. I'm getting emails all day long. Where was Tristan last night? Why wasn't Tristan there? Tristan. I'm so sick of it. Oh my God. I might just get an inflatable Tristan doll and just have him sit next to me.
Oh God, I don't want
gross.
to know what you'll do with that.
I mean,
I would actually like
it's
to
up
know.
you.
What are you going to do with that?
I would cuddle it. I would have it read me comic books. What else would you do with a Tristan inflatable doll, dude? But we were just talking about it moments ago. You said that you had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan, had a chance to play it. Bullshit that it doesn't have local co-op.
Bullshit that it doesn't have local co-op. I played for about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes only, so this is really early kind of impressions of it. But I beat the first stage in about 12 minutes, maybe less.
Okay.
And there's only 8 stages.
Oh.
So I don't feel like this is a really long game.
For $49.99.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's a long game. And it was kind of just button mashing, which is odd because it's a Platinum game. And they're known for like having really intricate combat. Even the Transformers game actually felt way more, the combat felt way more, I don't know, there's just like more depth to it than this. This I just kind of went in there. You had specials, you hold down the trigger and you have like 4 specials. But
can you switch between turtles?
You can switch between turtles. They play differently, but they don't feel that different, if that makes sense. Like, they all have their own...
We're spoiled by Overwatch.
Probably. Like, dude, the turtles don't have their own classes.
What the hell, dude?
It doesn't feel great. It looks pretty cool. I get maybe with 4 people it would be more fun. It kind of has that old school vibe. Like, you fight Bebop at the end of the first level, and he's got, like, 7 layers of health that you got to take down, and it seems like he had a very persistent pattern. I don't know, man.
You could figure them out, dude, and take it down. Kind of like the old school stuff. It looks cool, and it could be fun a little bit later on, but I think the most fun that we'll get out of it is once you get co-op. I think that's where these games are always successful, and the fact that it launches without local and just wants to push this online thing. I mean, I get it. I appreciate the online piece, but give me both of those worlds, dude. Give me a little... I want to button mash with Amy right next to me, dude. Raphael, and she looks like a Leonardo.
Yeah, probably.
Amy, you a Leonardo?
I'm an Amy.
Oh, that is not a Ninja Turtle that I know.
Not at
All right.
all.
Way to play along, Amy.
What was the
seriously.
fifth turtle, though?
Amy
I like
should not have
Raphael.
watched Game of Thrones before recording tonight. That's all I have to
like
say.
Raphael.
Jeez, dude. 2 Raphaels can't do it, dude. But
Well,
yeah,
then
that came out this week. And,
Venus was the 5th turtle. Venus. The female
was?
turtle. Venus.
that
the
was
name
real,
of the-
wasn't it? Yeah, they
yeah.
did introduce that. Holy crap. Venus isn't in this game, though.
No, Venus did
Don't
not
go
make the
tricking
cut.
people, Tristan.
We're lucky we got 4 turtles in this game. Let's not go crazy.
Let's
What
not
about
go
the female turtle?
No,
always
no.
that outrageous
Don't
thing.
start it. No, Tristan. I don't
But,
know. Yeah, I don't recommend that game.
All turtles
No?
matter.
No. Not unless you can get it for $10 or something, or rent it on a weekend or something. I don't know. It's not that fun.
But if you want to check out other games, this week's new games every week, every Monday night we have on AllertonAv.com. Jason goes through all the new games that are coming out. We talked about Overwatch, Downwell, Total War, Warhammer came out this week, dude. If you guys are into the Total War games, this is looking like it's going to be one of the best Total War games in a long time. So if you're into the strategy, it's taken a lot of the story that you know and like from, and a lot of big things with the Total War series is it goes on history, and it's like, it does a lot of the history stuff, and you expect that. But in the Warhammer realm, you're getting the fantasy element, but now they can have, they take the whole history of the Warhammer series, which is fucking awesome and amazing. And if you like that fantasy stuff, dude, which I'm a huge fan of the Warhammer series, the story is amazing in this game. I'm only a little bit into it right now, so it's the first Total War game that I've actually invested in. So I've downloaded it once, dude, but
I'm really curious to hear how this game plays out for you, because you definitely are not a Total War guy, because they're just I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's your kind of game
I
at all. It's not a
can't
strategy
handle the
game.
strategy things, but you throw Warhammer on the end of it, and I'll probably dabble into it like I did with that other Warhammer game, the first-person one that was like Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead.
I like that one a lot. I can't wait for that
yeah.
to be on Xbox. That'll be a fun ad.
Yeah, but you put Warhammer on anything for me, dude, and I'm in. And this one's got magic, and it's got like the graphics are crazy. It actually runs on my system too, which I was pretty.
And it looks good on your system?
Yeah, dude, it looks pretty decent.
All right.
I mean, I'm not a graphic whore, so I don't get too crazy about it, but
Not like me.
no, dude, not a graphic whore like Jason, dude. You know how he gets, dude. The fire's off, and he's all blown his wad.
Dude, the fire in Uncharted was actually really good. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
noticed. There was some really good fire in that game.
Jason's been waiting to comment about that.
I had that in my bag. I was like, why didn't I talk about the fire?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but now that you're talking about fire, dude, I just want to talk about it real quick because it was my most anticipated game, and it's coming out. Mighty Number 9's coming out June 21st. Finally here. What about the fire in that, Jason?
It might actually be the worst fire in the history of video games, and this is dating back to like 1 or 3 pixel fire back on the old NES, like the Legend of Zelda fire and the little torches.
You could probably even go back to fucking Atari's, dude, and say it's worse than that, dude. This fire is
Yeah, I mean, based on how far technology has advanced versus what they're putting out, this is the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen in my life. Are we talking about Mighty Number 9 now?
No, I just wanted to talk.
Because I want to talk
we
about
don't-
that
I mean,
at some
we can
point
talk about
tonight.
it if you want to. But...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have all seen the trailer, but that game has gone to shit in a handbasket, like super fast. And I guess I don't know why it's a score attack game either. Chad, you're trying to explain that to me on Live Dev today.
Yeah.
That it's like not even a true Mega Man game in the sense that this is like almost like speedrunning kind of.
So this is the way I can kind of explain what I think happened in the old drawing room where the ideas, the think tank is. Like, they came in there and they're like, yes, we have a legendary creator, Mega Man series, this could be amazing. What are people doing with Mega Man right now? They're speedrunning it. That's what people are doing with Mega Man. So like that's like the hot thing. So I think they're like, well, let's try not to rip off Mega Man completely, because that would just seem like something we would totally do. Let's try and make it similar, but really focus in on speedrunning. So then this is where they get the idea where we're going to try and have you kill the enemies as fast as possible, get a ton of bonus points, and see who can get like the fastest time and the highest score at the end. That's never what Mega Man has ever been about. Yes, speedrun is a thing for Mega Man now, but that's because the games are so old and there's like nothing left to do with them except just try and break them as much as possible. Mega Man's always been about like just the adventure and like the memorizing the patterns of your enemies
tanks and finding the armor and
and hidden items and like using the boss weapons. Which weapon is going to work? Which one's going to benefit this stage and help me navigate this stage? Is there ice blocks in here that I can take down with the fire weapon? Like, it's always been like those type of things where it's like a thinking game almost, but an adventure action. Where this one, you beat a boss, you don't get any special moves, you don't get anything except for a score at the end that tells you and ranks you A, B, C, D, E.
So where do the special weapons come from then?
There are none anymore.
Well, there are in the trailer. They're switching to like missiles and a couple of different things. So I was curious if that was just like different power. Like one of them has like a laser gun and one has like a missile. So I didn't know if I.
Oh yeah, and unless that's been added recently, I don't think you're getting weapons from bosses. And I feel like that's not going to be a mechanic how you get and navigate through stages. I played through 4 full stages, and there was no need or hint that you would require like some sort of weapon to get through it or take out the boss.
Oh yeah, this is the trailer's playing, and my favorite part's playing right now. It's where the guy's hyping up the new combo system.
Oh my god, that guy is awful too.
And the enemies are all facing the wrong way and against the wall. Like the AI is completely broken in the trailer where the guy's talking about how awesome their combo system is. It's like, what the fuck? What happened to the man? This guy used to make amazing games.
Dude, I'm saying, man, I feel like they had it. And it's a Kickstarter thing, dude. It probably got the Kickstarter bug where you start out, you get super fucking excited, and then halfway through the project, you're like, fuck, dude, we just need to get this thing out. People already paid us for it. We got to figure out how we're going to do it. We got to get it out. Like, I feel like that's how I feel like that's how a lot of Kickstarter things go, man. It's like they start off all really hyped and excited, and then all of a sudden, like, deadlines start coming. You start missing them. You start freaking out. I know we got Amy's cat ears, like, a year after they were supposed to come out.
Like a year and a half, 2
everything's late on
years.
Kickstarter, it seems. Everything's past deadline.
Oh my god! And I think in the video games, it's worse. There's not a lot of video games that have come out of Kickstarter that have been really successful. There's a few.
Yeah, there's a good amount.
There hasn't been any big ones like that I can think of right off the top of my head. Throw one at me, Jason. I know you got one.
I don't have
What
one.
about Darkest Dungeon?
Yeah, Darkest Dungeon.
Wasn't that a greenlit project first on Steam?
Yeah.
And then it went over to Kickstart.
Oh, what about like that one girl with the purple hair, Shara's shit, like a platformer, and she's like a genie, and she uses her hair to whip things.
I mean,
Well, that was an old game though.
But then it got like rebooted, I thought, with a Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's true.
Because isn't Mighty Number 9 just based off an old game too?
No,
No, it's a whole new property, right?
Yeah. Ugh, dude,
A
and
whole
they
new
probably
property.
fucked themselves in the butt too, saying, "Hey, I want to go and make this anime adventure alongside of it." Remember that whole fiasco where they started up this Kickstarter for this anime to go along with the characters from Mighty Number 9, and then that got canceled because they couldn't do it, or like they just were gonna fund it on their own. Oh, dude, it's just been crazy. June 21st is coming soon. You can guarantee I will play that game, and I will continually tell you how shitty it is. And if I even...
Yeah, we need to have like day one impressions, because I need to know the second you touch that game if it plays well.
Oh, it's day one stream, dude. We're going live with that bad boy, and you guys can check it out. June 21st, it's coming. I'll have it on the PlayStation 4 and be checking it out.
Maybe Brett Metal can play that one.
Brett Metal, no, dude. Brett Metal will power bomb that PlayStation 4 through the floor.
Come over here, kids. I'll power bomb all of you. Put your heads in my crotches.
what you doing, brother? So, dude, let's actually just start talking about some news here. Let's talk about Titanfall 2. Tristan, the Wischkick.
Is it news or rumors?
We're gonna say news because I'm 99% positive that this is happening, dude. It sounds too good and too awesome to be fake. Like, it just sounds.
We reported it as a fact on Live on the Av.
We actually reported it as we were the first website to report it as a fact. So people are calling it rumors. We're calling it factual, dude.
Yeah.
But Tristan, what are your ideas on this? What does it sound like to you, man? Like, how does it cool?
I mean, I've played games with grappling hooks before, and they're usually a lot of fun. I'm mostly thinking about Batman games, and it speeds things up even more. Titanfall is already a fast experience with wall running and whatnot. So if they do it right, it could be a nice additional feature that you didn't have in the first one. See how it works out, though.
Yeah, dude, I was talking about it. I'm like super geeked for it, dude. Like just thinking about all the awesome things you can do is like, you know, because the game was so streamlined. You'd run from wall to wall and jump and like navigate this whole thing without touching the ground. Now you can literally like run on the wall, jump off the wall, shoot your grappling hook, grab a platform, jump off the platform, grab a dude out of the sky, shoot him a couple of times, drop your Titan, hook onto your Titan. This is all like, this is the YouTube highlight.
It's in your mind, right?
Came up with, dude.
Yeah.
And then you grappling into your Titan, and then you're riding your Titan back, dude. And then your Titan in Titanfall 3 is gonna get a grappling hook.
Oh, no.
So then the future's out of control. I'm super excited for it. I think it just
if it helps speed things up, like a complaint you could say about the first one is like, oh, I wish I could just go on top of that building a lot quicker than instead of like jumping on top of this and then that, or just going up the stairs in the building and then eventually getting to the roof. Like if you can actually just grapple to the roof a lot quicker and takes a lot of that time away where you can instead concentrate on actual strategy, then yeah, that's awesome.
I think my only question about it is this going to be a permanent for every character, or is this going to be an item that you can select, kind of like landmines and stuff like that?
Think so.
Like
it's going to have to be an extra, yeah.
Because, you know, everyone can run on the wall. So, I mean, do we give everyone the grappling hook, or...
So not everyone's invisible, and not everyone has that special radar that...
Yeah, imagine if everybody was just grappling around, it would be a shit show. Just be a clusterfuck.
Well, you know everyone's going to do it anyways in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm sitting on the ground, and as you guys are like getting stuck in corners, I'm just gonna pick all you fuckers off. Trying to learn how to use your grappling hooks.
I just want to see Tristan do a Wischkick off a grapple.
Man, dude, Overwatch has completely killed my hype for Titanfall 2. Like, I don't need another shooter in my life right now.
Yeah,
I'm just
you're
like
not
totally not hyped at all for Titanfall all of a sudden.
Yeah, all you can think about is getting off the air so you can go play some Overwatch and jump into your giant monkey suit.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like Titanfall needs to do something, needs to really up the ante this time, and a grappling hook is all they have. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough.
Well, Titans are running on walls too now.
Oh, that's right. I do like that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Titans on walls, grappling hook, not so much. Titans on walls, I'm all on board with.
Dude, I mean, And like the customization of Titans could be pretty epic this year. I mean, they're gonna go bigger, they're going grander. The stages are gonna be larger.
I really hope they fix the hand-to-hand combat. I hope there's some more kind of like punching than just like this weird punch. I want something more.
Dude, did you guys already forget about the swords?
I didn't forget about the swords.
They got swords, Titan swords, dude. Titan swords.
It has to be fluid combat. I want fluid mech combat, like Street Fighter level combos and stuff.
Fact: Titanfall 2 will have chainsaw arms.
What? Confirmed.
Breaking news on that.
Hey Polygon, can you write an article about that? Thanks.
Yeah.
That big EA event's coming soon where they're supposed to announce more Titanfall 2 news, right? Is that June sometime?
I think it's at E3, the June 12th, I think, or something. Maybe the.
I thought it was like before E3 or something like that.
It's like the weekend before, I think.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's when they're gonna do it.
Which is weird. I mean, just wait the extra fucking week, dude. Do it during the big week, man.
Hopefully they have a Titan there that we can drive.
I will.
Then I'll be excited for it.
I will.
Heck yeah.
I will saddle that thing.
Like we can grappling hook it on top of the convention center and off. Like it's just like a ride. That'd be cool.
Can we start a stunt, dude? We'll just dress up as like little Titan guys and just grappling hook everywhere.
Amy, can you make us Titan costumes?
Please.
Sure. Yeah,
Thank you.
That'd be
Right on.
awesome.
We can mail them down there, and you guys can get them. That's what you have to do sometimes if you go to conventions across country. Instead of bringing it on an airplane, you mail your costume to the hotel.
Is that a real trick?
Yeah, it's real.
That's a good trick.
Dude. Dude.
Amy nonchalantly is just like, let me save you guys hundreds and hundreds of dollars and time.
Yeah.
Cosplay tips and tricks with Amy, dude.
You could mail your whole wardrobe there too, and not have to bring anything onto the plane.
I could go naked. I can go in my underwear, socks, and shoes.
Dude, it's
Yes,
probably
you
cheaper to mail your suitcase than to actually check it.
It's like $50, dude.
Yeah, it's
Unless
probably
you
like-
fly in Southwest, base flight free.
What did this podcast turn into?
All turned
We're like a
into-
travel, like this. Welcome to the travel channel. It's ridiculous.
Give you tips on how to get out to San Diego or LA for E3.
Yeah,
Thanks.
dude. EA travel tips, safety tips, dude. Go in your underwear, socks, and shoes. Everything will be fine.
Heck
No one will
yeah.
bother you. No one will scan you. Sir, cavity check time. But we're still talking about E3, dude. We've seen posters, photographs from Guerrilla Games is showing off Horizon Zero Dawn as a giant building-sized poster, dude. So playable on the floor, absolutely. Release date, probably. It's coming, dude. My most anticipated game. Super excited about it. What games are you guys excited for E3? Like anything to come out and see? Obviously, dude, I'm super psyched for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn.
And Legend of Zelda, I know we're all excited for that as well, but Titanfall 2, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Right at the top of the list.
I don't know. I want something new. I want to see
I'm gonna
something
let you guys
new.
think about it this week. Let it sink in, dude. And we'll do an E3 hype show, dude, block party, where we'll talk about all the things we expect to see at E3 and what we think we'll see and what we want to see, and we'll dive into it a little bit, and then we'll recap it after the event and talk about what actually happened and what are all our thoughts.
We'll make some bold predictions. Then we'll be like, who was right?
Bold and spicy, dude. That's like Amy.
Yeah, if you got it. Oh, Amy does not approve of bold and spicy. Try again.
I have to say at least one thing.
Try again. What else? What other flavors would she be if she was some kind of condiment?
Oh.
like,
Oh.
like olives and relish.
Oh, thanks.
How did olives and relish come when it was bold and spicy? It's like this is a flavor of
That
ketchup.
sounds like you panicked right there.
Yeah.
You just blurted that out.
Yeah.
Olives.
He knows I'm gonna go into the other room over there and kill him.
Olives.
Olives.
Oh my gosh, dude. All right, let's talk about some other news that came out this week. Madden 17 adding ball physics was announced. Talking about all the new features in Madden this year. I know you guys, Tristan and Jason, huge Madden guys, talk about it every year. Tristan, I don't remember. I talked to Jason about this. I don't remember. Did you buy Madden last year, or were you taking a year off?
I passed on. I have EA Access, so I played the trial 6 hours or whatever on EA Access, but that was all I did. I didn't buy the game. Took
It
a
was
year
great.
off. But ball physics this year, I don't know about that. Ball physics doesn't seem like something that's totally necessary, especially like playing now. You'll get a random fumble every now and then, and if they're adding this and you're like, you have to be on top of it. If you don't hit the right button at the right time, you're just gonna fumble the snap every time. Like, how often does a fumbled snap happen? Not that often in a game. So I don't know. It just seems like they're grasping to do something.
Well, the way I was thinking of it is like whenever I play a Madden game, dude, my guy's arm goes up. Can you see my arm?
Yep.
And then the ball is like here, but then it just magnets into the hand, and it kind of takes a little bit away. I think this time it's gonna go to the hand wherever, you know, it's gonna look a little bit more realistic. That's what I was thinking on it. Is like
yeah, me too.
Magnet thing that it's actually gonna look a little better, like they've been doing with like the soccer games. When, like,
yeah, so like FIFA forever, that would annoy the shit out of me that the ball would just kind of like teleport to the computer's foot, and I was like, what the shit, dude? This is totally not fair.
What the shit?
Yeah, and then now in the new FIFAs, the ball has its like own like physics outside of the thing, and you can kind of see it hitting the feet, and it's way cooler, and it actually adds a lot to the game. So I'm assuming it's going to be neat to see the receivers actually have to catch a ball or something. I don't know.
I know, and I'm like thinking, man, there's gonna be a shit ton of drop passes now, dude. I don't got the magnet clip anymore, dude.
I've had this before where you had to hit a button to actually catch the ball.
Well, it's not so much that you have to hit the button to catch the ball. It's that when the ball is near your player, I'm assuming when it hits like some kind of cone around your player, some kind of big bubble that you can't see, the physics kick in, right? And if it doesn't actually hit your hands, you drops it. Like it can actually bounce around now. Like the ball will be, it's almost a free entity. Where it is now, it's like always on a string from point A to point B, and it goes directly where it's supposed to go. And I think they're still using the receiver controls from last year, which were pretty cool. So
I'm kind of excited about the running game, dude. Getting my little cone to tell me when I should actually juke and hurdle and jump and stuff, dude. I was talking to Jason about this. I might actually get into this one because it's starting to cater to my handicaps of football games where I just don't know when I should hit the buttons and what I'm doing technically. So it's kind of just giving me all sorts of cones and gimmicks, dude, where I should be able to play now.
It's almost like Blitz at this point. It's like a lot of like things to like help people. I think they did this in FIFA too, where they kind of like taught people how they dumb it down, but you can turn the it stays on for a while, but you can just kind of like gradually goes away. Just like learning how to play the game properly. Because like a lot of people like want to play these games, but it's like they're just so inaccessible. Like the controls, like you look at the controller and it's got like 9 pages of different things you can do and different moves you can do. And in Madden, like the controls on offense are different than defense, are different than special teams, they're different when you're a receiver versus when you're the quarterback. Like there's so many different controls. It's kind of cool to have it. Hey, I'm running, and here's what I need to press to dodge this guy.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's
and you do it like 10, 20 times, and all of a sudden, like you know how to do that. It's pretty cool.
Then you can finally turn it off, dude. You can step away from the nest.
Oh my god, not to go back to my favorite game of the moment, but Overwatch does this in a way too. Right? Like when you're playing a character and someone kills you and it's like to not get killed by the Pharaoh, why don't you dodge left and right and move around? And I think that's a really cool thing that like not a lot of games do.
Oh yeah, it does give you that little tip in there.
The little tip
Bastion's hunkered down, snipe him.
Yeah, like it tells you how to play, but not overbearing. I think this might be a little overbearing, but
if you observe it, because at first I didn't like really see it, but after you die enough, you start to really look at you're like, oh, that's a cool tip.
Yeah, so hopefully Madden isn't too obtrusive and it kind of just like teaches you how to play and not turn into an arcade game.
Yeah, it should be cool, man. Tristan, what do you think, man? Are you gonna jump in this season, or are you gonna still wait for some more?
I'll try the trial, see how it goes. I mean, for me, I always like to have the ability to just jump into a Madden and by memory, I know the controls of 5 years ago, and it's the same. And for me, if I want a new sports game, I want graphics to be improved greatly. I mean, all these physics that they're doing and adding, it's not necessarily something I'm like, oh, like 5 years ago, I really wish they had better ball mechanics. Like, that's not something I really cared about. Like,
now it's all about, dude, can you stock super nachos and foot-long hot dogs in the stands?
As long as they allow me to move a franchise to any city.
Oh, that's the thing.
The fucking Milwaukee Monsters.
Yeah, they took that away from me because I think it had something to do with the NFL. They're like, we don't want this team in this city, so we're not going to allow you to do it in a video game that simulates football.
Because that will make it happen in real life if you do that.
Yeah. Like it's going to affect something, like, into their franchise. Like,
just
it's
let
not
me
making
do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NFL is crazy like that.
You guys know I can create a character and make him look like completely ridiculous, right? Is that ruining your game that I make like this tiny 100-pound man and have him like 10 feet tall running down the thing and he looks nerdy. I can't be a football player. Like just
I know the NFL really wants football in Los Angeles, but there's other cities in Los Angeles out there that you can move a football team and in your imagination, like, oh yeah, there's a football team in Madison or Milwaukee.
It's Houma, Wisconsin.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You know what? Why not? Why not? You can't even buy liquor there, but you can have a football team.
Wisconsin Dells, Packers.
Oh my God.
The NFL is aggressive like that. NFL actually toned down the hits in the game to make them look less dangerous, and they took concussions out of the game. They did a lot of shit that was kind of questionable, but I don't know. It's Madden. I'm gonna probably buy it.
Coming out this year.
Very
Some
gimmicky.
new stuff, some new gimmicks, some new tricks. We'll have more information. We'll have trailers.
Maybe
for it.
Tristan and I will play it again this year. We played last year. I forgot about that, and I used the new gimmicks to beat him.
There's
That's why he
heated
doesn't want to
rivalry
play
that,
it.
that might have to come to an end this year, dude. There's Tecmo Bowl. I think we might have to have the football game playoffs, dude. Like you guys play the best.
Maybe Tristan and I'll do like a triathlon of football games
Yes,
or something.
dude.
Oh no.
Yes.
I'll take that as a
NFL
challenge.
Blitz also.
Absolutely, I'm a fucking killer on NFL Blitz. We'll play that first.
It's gonna be NFL. It's 4 games, dude. It's NFL Blitz, Mutant League Football, a Madden, and a Tecmo Bowl.
It's like, Tristan, you don't want to play Blitz against me because I'm that guy I know how to like sack the quarterback from the back. So like, I'm just gonna be sliding and just killing you, and you're just gonna be so fucking annoyed. You don't want to play that.
No, Tristan has Google, dude. He'll figure out how to counter
We're
it.
gonna do Joe Montana Sports Talk Football from
Love
1992.
it. Love it.
Can we do fucking play action football while we're at it? That first, like, that angler?
Yes, let's do super play action football. Let's
Yes, fuck it, dude.
Well, can we do John Elway's quarterback from the NES? Because that game was awesomely terrible, and I think that would be good. His 2 teams. It goes up and down. It's a giant shit show.
When it comes, dude, we're doing
Maybe
it all.
we'll play like every Systems football game, and the winner gets Madden
Yay, a free copy of Madden.
from EA. Thanks, EA.
I just know there's going to be a new Madden trailer at E3, I'm sure, and it's going to be like, oh, this looks exactly like every other Madden, but ooh, they added ball physics.
I'll play it. I'll let you know if it's worth your money.
Yeah, and then we also saw a couple other trailers this week, dude. New Umbrella Corps from Capcom, and we also got a Mirror's Edge trailer. I don't know if either of you guys are in fans of Mirror's Edge or played Mirror's
I played
Edge.
the first one, but I just didn't care enough about it to finish it. It was kind of blasé to me.
Was it the gunplay? Like, I really didn't dabble into it, actually. Me and Jason were talking about getting into it and, like, going at it, but...
I mean, it just for me, I just didn't care about the story. It's like been there, done that. I don't know. It wasn't like it was not a bad game. I just didn't, I had no real interest, I guess. Like, I was kind of like, oh, I feel like I've read or played or watched this sometime before. I mean, maybe it changes and maybe there's like some cool twist or whatever, but I played like 4 hours and I was like, okay, I'm fine.
That's kind of where I'm at, dude, with Uncharted. Like, man, 4 hours. I'm good on it. But it looks cool, dude. It's like, the new ones...
The thing, though, I'm going to cut you off real quick. People...
How dare you!
People have never been like, oh my god, Mirror's Edge is so amazing. Mirror's Edge is so awesome. You really need to play Mirror's Edge. And I've not heard that from, like, anyone really, ever.
There's a huge fan base.
Yeah, but none of my friends, none of my coworkers, people I communicate with at work, who are also, like, gamers, stopping in from GameStop to my store, like, it's not anything that's on the buzz. Like, I haven't heard anything about the first game, except that, I guess you should try it, maybe. And then the second one, I haven't heard a damn thing. Like, it's not any of my, like, news feeds. It's not on my Facebook. Like, none of my friends are posting about it. Like,
It's a
whereas
Phantom
Uncharted,
game,
it's, oh, check it out. It's really good and great. You know.
This
We're actually
trailer,
the only site that has the trailer.
Yeah, no, this trailer came out and I was like, holy shit, dude, this isn't on our release calendar. It was like one of those things. I was like, how did that happen? Like, this is coming out in like a week. Like, this game has like no one's really talking about it. And I think the first
I don't
game,
think anyone cares.
yeah, the first game was just like a few people liked it, and the people that liked it were, you know, the internet people that are super passionate, and they made a lot of noise about it. And this is just another one. It's like, all right,
Which is
no
interesting
one really
that
wants this, like, in the mass.
That they plan to do like a remake, then they plan to do a prequel, then it was going to be a sequel, and now it's like an origin story. And
Yeah,
I feel
we
like
don't
that's
even
another
know.
reason, like, why it's like not on anyone's radar because they didn't really know what they were doing. So like the promotion behind it's kind of been like,
I up until
sell
this
it?
trailer, I thought it was a complete remake. I thought it was just a 1-to-1 remake with HD
Yes.
graphics and new things. Like, this game has been so fucking beat around the bush, dude. No one knows what's happening with it anymore.
Yeah, but this one is taking away the gunplay too, so you get to actually run around and just beat people up. So maybe that's a little bit better
It looks
without the
gorgeous.
gunplay, so it doesn't feel as like cliche. Because there's not a lot of games where you just run and jump off walls and beat people in the face. But well, Titanfall, fisticuffs.
If the trailer is 100% actual gameplay, this game's gonna be like one of the prettiest games ever.
It needs to be in a VR headset. That's it, dude. If you were trying to sell a VR headset, throw this fucking game in there, dude. Done deal.
It's
man.
like, how did Jason die? I only played Mirror's Edge Catalyst in VR. I had a fucking stroke instantly.
Gotta watch out for that.
That kind of rounds out the news we have for this week. We cover a lot of it on Live on the Av every day at 5 o'clock Central, Monday through Thursday. If you guys get a chance, check us out on twitch.tv/AllertonAv. We always have the breaking news for you. And then we kind of recap it throughout the week on the Block Party. Dude, what do you guys got going on this week? Amy, I know you got some stuff going on this week with one of your favorite movies ever, going to see it in a play.
What?
Yeah,
Harry and the Hendersons?
Harry and the Hendersons.
I saw that once a long time ago. I don't quite remember it. Isn't there like a big Bigfoot or something in it, right?
Yeah, it's a fucking classic. Continue.
It's on Netflix. I want to watch it.
It's good. You should watch it.
Now on Broadway.
Harry and the Hendersons should be on Broadway. That'd be awesome. Well,
I'm big and tall and I like to sing. I am a hairy man thing.
oh
There
my
you go.
I love it. That is amazing. Oh man.
I'm gonna see Lion King, the musical, actually, not Harry and the
Oh.
Hendersons, the musical, which I don't think exists.
Which is in production at AllertonAv.com.
I'm gonna be writing it apparently, and I got all the songs just
Yeah, you got the theme is done. Like,
percolating away.
yeah, you're good. So where is this Lion King? Is it like the Broadway show or is it a different one?
Yeah, it's a Broadway show. It's gonna be at the Overture Center in downtown Madison.
That is so good. That show is so good. Like, the Timon and Pumbaa costumes are so amazing to me.
All of the costumes are so phenomenal. Like, it's so inspirational. Like the artistry, and like, even if you thought it was stupid and you never wanted to see it again, like you could not argue that the costumes were bad. Like,
No, you can't argue that that's stupid. Why would you think that's
I'm
stupid?
just saying, if somebody wants to be contrary, because there's always people out there that have to hate on something.
Oh, fuck those
But
people.
like, you can't hate on the costumes.
No, everything about that show is like mind blowing. Just the way they like make the gazelles run, and then, like, the way they do the scars, like his dad's death scene. Like, everything is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that again. You're lucky.
Yeah. Second time she gets to see it, dude. We got
That's
to see it in
crazy.
Vegas, dude, and now we get to see it out here. I'm gonna be probably playing some more Overwatch with you guys, dude, all the way up till Tuesday. Total War Warhammer and the Division. I'm gonna be checking out the Incursion for you guys, so you guys know what that. And Jason's favorite event is happening in Madison, Wisconsin. So if you guys are out here, come hunt me down and find me. I'll buy you a brat.
Brat
You recognize me?
Fest. It's
I'll buy
so
you a brat.
delicious.
Brat Fest is going down.
Oh,
See how many brats you can stuff in your trousers.
how many Hodors can you eat in one day?
How many limp doors?
Tristan, man, what do you got going on this week?
Maybe I'll try out Overwatch via Redbox possibly.
Yes,
with you guys,
dude,
see
do
how
it
that
this
goes.
weekend.
Continue my season that will be the show also. Just made it past the All-Star break.
The home run derby, dude.
Yeah,
Knocking them out of the park.
it was tough, but I didn't win. Got second place.
Aw.
Was it with your created character?
No, the two guys from my team. But
Do you have a Tristan character?
not yet. I will though once I do my Road to the Show.
Dude,
I used to have a Tristan character from 2 years ago with Road to the Show.
Dude, Big Papa Tree swinging lumber, knocking it out of the park, dude. Jason, man, what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I'm gonna beat Ninja Turtles because I'm assuming I can beat it in
No, I
like
get to take
3
it.
hours or less, right? I'm just gonna
That
breeze
won't
through
happen
that
because
fucking.
Overwatch exists.
I know, that's
Ah.
true. I'm just gonna be playing Overwatch and trying to like get to a point where when we're live on Tuesday night, I look like a total badass.
We
That's
should
all
just
I
do
want in
AI
life.
matches and try practicing all the characters.
Maybe we should just do Titanfall Tuesday and just do like against the AI, so we all look badass, but we'll say we're
But
playing
we won't
online.
tell anybody it's AI.
I like it
Oh, we would slaughter.
because I watched Amy fight the AI, and the AI just kind of like went right down a tube. They went in a straight line and just went right to the objective, and people were slaughtering them. It was a beautiful thing.
I got to learn how to play a couple characters that way, so maybe we should do that and pretend that we're fighting real people. We'd be so elite.
We would be elite. We should have like a gimmick. We should do like 3 Winstons, or like we should do like the 3 squad, or we should have some kind of angle that we do on like the show that we're gonna try.
We did the 3 Willows, dude. We did Willow Island.
I know. Can we just do a Willowmobile every week?
Yeah, that's our gimmick, dude. We do the Willow movie.
Remember when we did the Reinhardts? We had the Reinhardt on the front,
That was
in the
cool.
middle, and the Bastion in the middle, I think it was, or something like that. That was
We
pretty
can call
great.
that the Reinhardt Rider.
Boom. Come join us for the Reinhardt Rider.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for the Vlog Party. And we do this every week, 7 o'clock Central on twitch.tv/AllertonAv. If you miss it, check it out on youtube.com/AllertonAv live. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Jason, for joining us. Make sure you guys check out AllertonAv.com all week long for updates live on the Av. And we also have this week's new games coming out next Monday, dude. A couple of awesome games coming out leading up into E3, which is coming up. We'll have countdown for you guys in the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned for Adapted.
Adapted.
Adapted.